That shit is so hard. I don't know why I wasn't hip to this before. I'm late sometimes, it's okay. But anyway, what is good, Carti people on the channel? It's your boo, Bobbalam. And in today's video, I just wanted to go over a specific subject that we actually came across with Lil Uzi Vert, and that a lot of fans basically forced him to change at one point. Now, I think on Pink Tape, he's going back to doing whatever he wants, as he should, as everyone should in their lifetime. Nobody should tell you what to do. Now, they're doing that to Playboi Carti, and I wanted to go over the pros and cons to both, because I think that both methods have their merit. That being one side saying that you should evolve every single album to progress in your career however you see fit, but then the other hand is that from some data, I'm not sure how strong it is, but say like DaBaby, that if you rap the same way for every single project, whatever, yeah, your fans may like get bored with it, but generally the numbers always hit, and a lot of your fans that fell in love with a certain sound are happy with it, if that makes any sense, because you never like leave them. But let's check out the post which originally brought this discussion up on Twitter, and that somebody said, I wish Playboi Carti would go back to Pi'erre Bourne beats and that flow he used on his first album, talking about self-titled, the mixtape. This went viral, over 1700 retweets and 10K likes, because a lot of people were concerned that Playboi Carti was going to listen to the fans saying this, because it got a lot of support, and given what we saw with Uzi, and that I feel like doesn't really know what to do, because one side of his fan base is saying, no, do you, like, make whatever music you want to make, and then the other side is like, no, go back to 2016 Uzi. So he's kind of stuck in the middle, not really being able to make everyone happy. Let's go over some of the replies and quote tweets to get the general public's opinions, and then I'll tap in as well. I wouldn't mind him going back to Pierre beats, but I wouldn't mind him continuing with the filthy beats either. That's what I'm saying, bro. I feel like every single project Carti goes to, self-titled, Die Lit, then a whole lot of red, he's switching his sound so dramatically. He only has 3 projects in the game, but somehow every single time he comes out with a new aesthetic. Die Lit, he was like kind of a punk, but still like a G, you know. Self-titled, he was like a bouncy, like clout goggles type guy, and then turned into a full-on vampire on a whole lot of red. It's kind of like he was a caterpillar for self-titled. He was going through metamorphosis. He was a cocoon during Die Lit, and all of a sudden he came out and is a fucking moth or a bat for a whole lot of red. And I think every single time he's got like a go-to producer, which still goes crazy, with Filthy being the main one, I would say, for a whole lot of red, and helping him cultivate that sound, as well as Starboy. But then Pi'erre Bourne was like a huge focus in Die Lit and self-titled. Not to mention the fact that people are complaining about going back to the Pierre beats, right? The original post would go back to Pi'erre Bourne beats and that flow. The flow he's kind of gone away from. However, Pi'erre Bourne was still on a whole lot of red on like what, 2-3 tracks, something like that. I Love You, I Hate You. I can't remember what the other song was. So he hasn't completely left him. It's just that, you know, probably Pi'erre Bourne costs 80K a beat, bro. It's probably expensive to profit if you get a Pi'erre Bourne beat. Now, Carti probably gets the discount on the low, because Carti is the reason, or one of the reasons, sorry, that Pi'erre Bourne blew up. I think Pi'erre Bourne's talented and would have made it either way, but they came up together, especially with Magnolia being their breakthrough hit. So maybe he gets it for 40K a beat. But I'm just saying, Pi'erre Bourne is still there. I just feel like he's focusing on his own career, as in him as an artist, rather than just being a producer, I think. Because I'm pretty sure he started out as an artist firstly. He just didn't have any beats to rap on, or at least that's what he said in an interview, so he made his own beats. And now he's a SoundCloud legend, one of the top producers in the game, if you ask me, ever. I wish he would be the same artist he was 4 years ago. See, that's one of the arguments that the Uzi fan base always says. They're being sarcastic, obviously, and that you can always go back to the old music. You can go back to self-titled and Die Lit and listen to Carti's old music. However, it would still be cool to see Carti try out his old flow again. It may have been super simplistic, maybe too easy for him. He wanted to progress his career and show that he was way more talented as an artist, because I feel like the Carti flow was kind of easier to emulate at that point in time. But there's just something about it. That's when I fell in love with Carti, no homo, not like that. But like self-titled was on repeat for ages. So was Die Lit and Whole Lot of Red though. So maybe like 1 to 2 songs on Narcissist, bring it back, or for like 1 verse would be cool. But I still think he has elements of it, kind of like the whats and the ad-libs. You still know it's Carti in there. Why would y'all want him to sound the same for the rest of his career? We want something new, not the same shit. And I think that is why Carti has been very successful and is still progressing, as opposed to maybe Lil Uzi Vert, where I don't care what you think. I'm just saying, I feel like Lil Uzi's kind of stuck again because the fan base is super split. There is no split for Carti's fan base, although we are seeing this Twitter post go viral saying go back to the old Carti. But prior to this, I had not seen any split in the Carti fan base. Everybody is fucking with the new sound because they respect the fact that Carti every single time evolves his sound, evolves his brand. Not to mention the fact that bro is not gonna listen to us. Let's be real. He don't talk to us on social media. He probably don't even own a phone anymore. Bro is from Transylvania, from like the negative 400 BC. He's eternal. He's a vampire. He's with Count Dracula. He don't need a phone. He can just fly to your window and kiss you softly. But even with like the leaks on A Whole Lot of Red Deluxe, people were requesting certain songs, even for A Whole Lot of Red. And he does not listen to anybody. He knows what he's doing. He is the artiste. Nobody can tell him shit, even his own producers. Remember when Richie Souffle was supposed to be the main producer on A Whole Lot of Red, and then he found out that day the album dropped that he only had like 3 songs on it, and they were bangers, not gonna lie. He can evolve all he wants, and he doesn't have to make all his songs sound same as his first album. All I'm saying is mix it up a little bit, give us a pinch of first album, pinch of the second album, mix it in with his new shit. That would be cool. Kind of like the Uzi method on Eternal Take, where he had like the original Lil Uzi Vert sound, Orenji, and then Baby Pluto, which were like the newer versions of him. This is a good strategy, I think, by Cool Minecraft House. 10 songs, 7 new style, 1 Whole Lot of Red style, 1 SoundCloud style, 1 Pierre style, everyone happy. So every single album he drops, he's got to add 1 more in the arsenal, where you got to go back to that sound just to give us a little blue balls real quick. Let us get used to the hot tub. You know, when you put your foot in and it fucking burns, you have to get used to it after like 10 seconds, or like an ice bath. Same shit. He not letting y'all do him like y'all did Uzi. He don't give a fuck. He gonna keep evolving. Like, and evolve he shall, because now he is a bisexual street racer on a motorcycle. He ain't no vampire anymore. He's a narcissist. Before he was riding hella dick, now he's riding a Kawasaki. Uzi literally did this, and look, shit is all over the place. Everything repetitive and garbage. I wouldn't say garbage, repetitive. Yes, I would agree somewhat. Some of the snippets I can't tell from others. This is an example of what we were talking about before, where Uzi, the fans really don't know what to expect with Pink Tape, and I think that's a good thing also, because we didn't know what to expect with Whole Lot of Red, and that's why everybody thought it was trash at first, because we were like so surprised Carti was like hissing at us, trying to suck our... Y'all realize you're asking a 25-year-old man with a kid to go back to his style and mindset he had when he was in his teens. That is true. I think Self-Titled dropped in 2017, so that was 4 years ago. Bro was the same age as me, so he was 21. He was not in his teens, so I don't know what you're talking about. But still, 21 and 25, you grow up a lot. You mature, you get your own crib. Alcohol ain't cool anymore because your ID works. Nobody asks you for your ID once you're actually legal. You're an old man at that point, basically. And here's what I was talking about with DaBaby, right? This what DaBaby been doing, and you don't see praising him for sounding the same. And DaBaby, low-key, at one point was the most listened to rapper on Spotify, or at least he had more monthly listeners than Drake, and he was getting hella features on like Dua Lipa, the biggest pop stars in the world. Hella dope, bruh. And he owes this to finding a formula that obviously worked, because DaBaby popped off with this certain flow, and he just kept doing the same flow on different beats, maybe varying it somewhat every single song. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that's one side of the argument that I think Uzi at this point may want to follow, because this Baby Pluto shit, I just feel like was not working very well. I just feel like it wasn't very different as opposed to his moaning shit. Now, if he comes out, revolutionizes some new sound that we had never thought of, kind of like how Carti did with like the vampire shit, all the power to him. I am so down for the Pink Tape, but I just don't know at this stage in his career if he will be doing that. We shall see though. I'm crossing my fingers for you, bro. But at the same time, with that DaBaby take, someone mentioned DaBaby stuck to the same style that everybody used to fuck with, and now everybody on his ass. Y'all don't really want him to stay static, because that style going to be oversaturated and it not going to sound good if there's 200 versions of flatbed freestyle, which is honestly a good point. I haven't heard from DaBaby in a while, especially after he got canceled for like the homophobic comments, and there's just hella DaBaby memes saying that he sound the same. But then again, everybody says that, or at least everybody outside of the Carti fan base say that Carti sounds the same and is like non-legible or understandable in every song. So I just feel like every artist to the outsiders sounds the same in every song because that's just their style, you feel me? They even do that to Drake and Uzi and Youngboy, obviously. But that's about it. I just wanted to get y'all take in the comments to see if you want the old Carti or if you want him to keep evolving every single album, and what you think the pros and cons are, because we do have a discrepancy of the trajectory of Uzi and Carti, because I feel like there's no like one size fits all. I think Uzi may want to go back to his old style a little bit more, use some of his old producers, at least for a couple songs on the Pink tape, whereas Carti did technically do that with Pi'erre Bourne on Whole Lotta Red, so we still did get some of the bangers. Even like Place was like almost a Die Lit era song, even though it was Whole Lotta Red V1, but you get what I'm saying, like it was more that style. So we still did get some of the old style songs that the tweet was mentioning that we went over this video, and I just feel like Uzi lost some of that aspect. He should start working, and he is actually working with like Molly Raw, Don Cannon, DJ Drama, and the like. So again, let me know in the comments. It's been your boy Bobbalam signing off. Check out the new stream clips that I posted on the second channel, link in the description. Make sure to like and subscribe to the Bob Gang if you with it. Peace out, people. Know what I'm saying?